This is Marcus Kowal with MMAnytt, and we're here in Los Angeles in Culver City with Justin Lazy Bones Jones. Bones was taken, right? Just won his third professional fight. Congratulations. How was it?
It was great. I trained really hard for this fight. I knew I was fighting a big name, so it made me even drive harder at the gym.
John Hackman Jr., also known for punching hard, won his last fight with a very fast stoppage in the first round. Did you see that fight?
No, I didn't, but I seen all his other fights on YouTube and stuff, and him knocking out people with his left hook. So I really trained on that, on keeping my right hand up and ducking under it, and it worked good. I ducked under every single one he thrown, and he didn't land one whatsoever.
You caught him good, and you rocked him before jumping into the guillotine and finishing him there. Was that how you foresaw the fight?
Yes, I have an extremely hard left hook just like him, and I got an extremely dangerous guillotine in jiu-jitsu class. And I know I was getting into, I was an 8% chance of winning that fight. I was a super underdog. Everyone was thinking I was going to get knocked out, and I proved everyone wrong.
But I'm a little bit surprised to you being an underdog. You're 8-0 as an amateur, now 3-0 as a pro. You held the King of the Cage, World Series of Fighting, Amateur Championships. Did you see yourself as an underdog?
No, I never do, because I've always been an underdog my whole life in this sport. I train hard. They send me out to places like #1 dude in California and amateur, and I wasn't even ranked top 10. They expected me to go out there and get beat up, and I proved the whole world wrong again as always.
And how'd you do it normally?
Hard work and training 40 hours a week. While everyone else is at home partying and stuff, I'm at the gym or out home and sleeping. I'm not going out drinking and stuff and partying like everyone else. I can do that on my own time when I retire and everything. There's no shortage of parties.
So this is the career, MMA, that's it. The goal is presumably the UFC, right?
Yes, I want to be a champion one day. I ain't letting nothing hold me back and nothing in my way. I ain't letting no fights go to decisions.
You fought at 185 today, but you're dropping to 170, correct?
Yes, because everyone in pro is getting bigger and bigger, and I'm not that big of a 185.
Talking about 185 is you have a decent name in your corner, Chris Lieben, who was around when Chuck Liddell was around with John Hackman Sr. Was that left hook something that you guys were working on a lot?
Yes, we've been working on that a lot since my coach noticed that I throw a lot of left hooks that land more than my right hand in amateur. So now we just perfected on throwing a hard jab, hard left hooks, hard body shots with it, everything. So he knows I'm a power striker, not a tit-for-tat striker.
And RFA, you know, it's one of the biggest organizations out there under the UFC. You see a lot of champions in RFA going into UFC. Are you ready to fight for the title for RFA, and are you ready for the big dogs in the UFC?
Yes, I'm always ready for the big dogs. I'll do my homework for every single one of them. Everyone's beatable. Everyone has a weakness, and I believe I can know when to do it. I didn't choose to do this sport for no reason. I didn't come here to just be a loser. I came to be a winner. I'll never let anyone say that I'll lose the fight, because I'll prove them wrong in the ring.
When did you realize that you had something going here? You could make it all the way into the big league?
Well, I watch everyone else fight, and they go in the fight hesitant. I never go in the fight hesitant. I go in there, and I throw the first punch. I ain't gonna sit there and walk around. I had one fight go to decision in amateur, and the guy was complaining and stuff. We had a rematch, and I said, I knocked him out, and I said, I'm never gonna let a fight go to decision again, because I don't want to hear someone running their mouth about they got robbed or something. So I just make a statement every time I go out and fight now.
So total between amateurs and pros, you got 11 fights. How many of those have gone the distance?
Only one went the distance, and I had a rematch with the guy, and I knocked him out.
And the other ones have been stoppages, correct?
Yes, submission or TKO.
And even today, you finished it with a submission, right? But it was the strikes that set up the submission. Do you consider yourself more of a striker or a grappler?
I consider myself more of a striker, but usually if their back hit the cage, I'm going straight for the takedown, and I'm going to wear them out and let them slow down a little bit. As soon as they get back up, then I'm back to striking again and pounding them out. I got a lot of pride in cardio, and I sprint all the time, every other day at the gym, while everyone else is busy sitting there on the elliptical, doing a little slide thing on the skis and stuff. It's hard work, man. Training ain't no fun, and it's depressing, but that's what we got to do.
Now, having someone like Chris Lieben, who's a great 185er as well, and, you know, been there since the Ultimate Fighter Season 1, what does his knowledge and experience bring to you?
It brings a lot, because, like, you see his fights, and, you know, he likes to strike a lot, but he knows a whole lot more wrestling than people think he does. I mean, he trained with Randy Couture for 10 to 15 years, and it shows. He knows the head game. He knows how to get up off his back, everything way better than most of us do in that gym. So it brung up my game a lot, but I didn't get a chance to show it in the ring today because it wasn't really no ground game in or on my back to get up or explode. But he's really explosive, and he brung it to the gym, and it's made my game 10 times better than it was before.
Are you surprised to how technical Chris Lieben actually is after watching his brawls that he's had inside the octagon?
Yes, I'm really in shock. I first went to the gym, I was like, I know he's probably just all straight striking, no jiu-jitsu or anything, and before you know it, his jiu-jitsu is way better than I thought it was, and he knows all the tricks and everything in the sport.
Now, Chris Liebman's got a book coming out. I've been lucky enough to read one chapter from there, and it's amazing. Have you had a chance to read any of that book?
Nah, Chris Liebman have a lot of stuff going for him, so I never even heard of a book. You know, he doing movies, interviews. He always getting interviews at the gym, everything. I helped him out on a few interviews and stuff, but I don't know. He's a busy man these days. He's really popular anywhere he goes. Everyone's chasing him, taking pictures and everything, even here.
Do you feel like you get, you know, you're the one fighting now, you're the fighter that he has retired, you have not, do you feel like you end up a little bit in his shadow?
Yes, I hope I will be up there one day. He's my idol in the sport. He trained hard. He didn't make it there just being a lazy ass like everyone else has, so I got to know what it is to be hard work to make it to the UFC. I'm pretty sure most of those fighters in the UFC are not sitting around on their butt partying like everyone else is.
Congratulations to a great win. Looking forward to seeing more here in the RFA in the future in your MMA career.
Thank you.